Welcome back to the podcast. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so jazzed about this episode. This is for you if you either have an intuitive business or you are someone who feels like I have wisdom. I want to share it with people. I want to get it off my chest. And you maybe aren't sure what that looks like, or you're navigating your own business and practice. And I work with folks of all different walks of life on their businesses. A lot of them spiritual, a lot of them not. And what I have found across the board is that the foundational principles are the same. So we are going to get into 8 of them today. You know what? I wrote down 6. So we'll see if a seventh or an eighth come through. Okay. The first one is that it's so healthy to have a way to express yourself. And having a way to express yourself in this world is who you are. It's your brand. It's what I call your book of work. So it doesn't matter if one day you're, painting water bottles and that's your brand. And then later on down the road, you're like, you know what? I'm a horse whisperer. And maybe later on down the road, you say, actually, what I love to do is XYZ. This is about you and how you share your art and your craft in life. And that is so, so valuable and so beautiful. And one of the things that Spirit's been guiding me on helping people really understand is there are so many benefits to, we're going to call it having your own brand, okay? You can call it whatever you want, but really just having this gentle nuance of you and letting your heart, this is number 2, but like letting your heart be open to co-creation with God, your higher self, the divine, on how you're meant to express it, knowing that you may express something for 2 to 3 to 6 years, and then you feel called to do something else or express things differently, or you revisit some things. There is a mini course I'm putting forward, and I've taught it for many, many years, and I haven't taught it in a while. And when it came forward, I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay, I'm going to honor this energy. And I created it, and what came through blew my mind. And it was something that kind of explained my greater business in general. So we want to follow those little nudges. And that's number 2 is like, let yourself be on a creative journey. Just be on this creative journey. Maybe you're like, I want to do meditations. And the next thing you know, you go, you know what? There's this really cool dog toy that I want to create. Do you, boo boo? I mean, this is you. This is your book of work. And what Spirit has been telling me is that people are going to begin following people for their artistry, for their creations, for their insights, for their wisdom from a whole life well lived. From a whole life well lived. And that's really powerful because what we think of with spirituality often is, how spiritual can we be, or how spiritual are they? And have you ever gotten to know someone, like one of your mentors or someone who's, they do whatever work it is that they do that they're mentoring you in, and you're like, wait, they're just a normal person. They're just a normal person. And I see a lot of us, myself included, still just like really deconstructing kind of the pedestals that we put certain people on in life. Spirituality is definitely going to be one of those things that gets deconstructed in a, well, yeah, the guides are saying in a very powerful way. They're not giving me a time frame, so who knows? We'll see. We shall see. All right. Number 3, it takes time and steps to build. A lot of people want to jump into their business, or they don't jump in because they go, gosh, once I jump in, it's going to be chaos. And I'm going to have to do this work all the time, and it's going to be so much work. Give yourself grace, but follow that intuitive compass of yours. When you are specifically doing energy work or using your intuition, specifically in the line of work that you do, you need the nuances of the human experience to build your expertise. You need the nuances of the human experience to build your expertise. What I mean is, what has made me good at my craft, really, really good at my craft, is as much as it's been myself embodying my path and my work, it is equally, if not more, been engaging with other people. When the things that I've learned from my mentors, from, my healers, it's funny because my path around healers has just been a little bit different, right? Like I got knocked upside the head and upside the tush 18 ways to, Uzbekistan. But that was my path to teach me just how powerful this work is. By the way, in my very formative years, my mom and family, everybody was very encouraging around, like stories around miracles and positive thoughts. And that really was, I think, what really grounded me into my experience when I did have practitioners that went off the rails. And it's the nuances of when I'm in a client session and their spirit guides and team bring a really cool insight in, or when I'm going through something and a client shows up and they're going through something, and I'm like, okay, spirit, I'm taking notes too. What you gonna tell us? Also, you need to know who you are as someone who shares your work, whatever it is. Who are you when you engage with the public? Who are you when you engage with someone who's never heard of you before and meets you through a friend? Who are you and how does your work come through when you've been working with someone for multiple years? These are the things that build your expertise. In in America, where I live, and so this is the only context I have for this, we really tout fast accomplishments and success. And when you share your wisdom and your work, you will absolutely have success right away. You will help someone understand themselves a little bit better. Or if you're someone who really believes in the power of yoga or breath work or your story or whatever it is you do, and you give someone more insights into themselves, that is success. That is what success really is. So every step of the way is success. And yet give yourself the grace and time to grow your book of work. Okay. So the fourth thing is you're ready before you think you are. So here we go from it takes time, give yourself grace. I see a lot of people try to rush things. And I had a reflective period of time in my own business experience where I realized, how do I put this? It was like I had a sense of entitlement that because I'm a good person and I'm working hard and I know that this work is powerful, it has been for me, it has been for many others, that it should just be successful. And this is the nuance of having your own business in general that really, really like trims the fat on the BS in your life. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. So getting back to number 4, you're ready before you think you are. When you begin to do this work, you really seek outer validation. Did the person say that they felt good? Did the person say, oh, I did see that? Or, thank you, that was so lovely. Or I love the jubu bob that I bought from you. That we really go out of ourselves. And this is something that's been so ingrained in us. We think about teachers that gave us grades or gold stars or whatever the reward was. Or we think of the boss that gives us promotion or lets us keep our job or whatever, a bonus, right? So people will really, really like hesitate, and believe it or not, it's this funny, funny element of it's as if not that you doubt yourself, but it's as if the external validation and the internal confidence don't quite meet. They're flipped. They're flipped. I want you to have you are someone, if you're listening to this podcast, you have confidence. Like you've killed it. Pardon my language. I probably shouldn't say that anymore. You've nailed it at many things in your life. Good job. And then you go on to share your personal work, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I'm exposed. I'm exposed in all the ways. And you want to build up that inner, how do I feel when I'm doing this work with someone, or when I'm selling this or sharing these things with people? I want you to kind of flip it a little bit and just really feel deeply into that inner confidence. And we do need the external validation because we're co-creating with people, right? If nobody came to me and said, Emily, this work has benefited me or changed my life, I probably wouldn't still be doing it. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, me too. Isn't it great? I'm so glad we can do this together. Who else do we want to share this with? Yet, if nobody did that, I'd say, okay, here's my sign. I don't know. I need to go make blankets or something because that seems like a really great job too. You get the idea. All right. The fifth one. Oof. Having work or a real job does not make you less spiritual. Having work or a real job does not make you less spiritual. This is spiritual purity culture. This is something that crept up on me because I have gotten work. I have gotten work outside of this work. I have gone back to corporate jobs, not because I wasn't embodying myself or spiritual or whatever, but because this is life. It's life. So the way when you do, we're going to talk about like intuitive work specifically. People start because they have a calling. They usually start for free, and then they charge a low price. And then as they gain confidence and become even better at their work, they raise their prices. And this happens over time. Also, people are promoting, spiritualists included, are promoting their work more than you know. When you see someone on TV, you guys, I cannot tell you, every single one of these people has a story. They've either been doing this for 10 to 20 years or more, number one. Number two, they took extra steps to promote themselves to get there. There is nothing wrong with that. And some people don't want to do that, and that is okay too. I know incredible healers who are supported by their partners. I know incredible healers who have jobs in corporate doing, you wouldn't even believe what they're doing in corporate, not like anything bad, but just, like um data entry or accounting or processing. And it can actually kind of scratch an itch because it kind of gives them that sense of like this container that their energy is a bit more organized or that they have that steadiness. Sometimes they don't want to raise their prices, not because of a belief or anything else, but just because they're like, you know what, this is where I'm at in my life. I'm good with it. This is what I want to charge. Great. Great. They don't want to market themselves. Great. They want to build their business solely off of word of mouth. Great. So you get to choose how your work develops. And getting back to this point, I would run from anyone who said that they were just a full-time, fully embodied spiritual anything, because no matter what, we interact with fellow humans. Life is funny. Life is funny, and it's gonna all of us at different points. So having these different ideas of what we think it's supposed to be, it doesn't make you less good at what you do. It's the nature of where we are. Okay, this is the other thing. Spirit has been teaching me, guiding me on how, and my guides, on how spirituality is through the application. It's how we bring it into our day to day versus me sitting in Om status being so spiritual all day long. No, 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 no. There are people in my life who are also incredible practitioners who have sold everything and moved to the tropics and live in communes. And I love their work and it's so good. I could do that right now. I don't want to. I live in one of the most expensive cities in the United States. And I love the people that I'm around. I love a lot of things about this place. It's my home. So I am making choices to live here. That is okay. It doesn't make anybody more or less spiritual. The other thing that Spirit dropped in as I was typing out notes for this is professional spiritualists, we have investments, we have other business opportunities. It's not like this is the, oh, this is it. I just make money off my spiritual gifts. I mean, do you have, I don't know. I mean, do you have a 401k? Do you have a home? Do you have other things, bonds or something you've invested in? Maybe another, your cousin's business. There are things you do to invest in yourself. So think about it more from that perspective too. We've got to really kind of open up to this idea that spirituality isn't something that we are, it's something that we live. Okay, number 6, your confidence will carry your business. How serious you take your business is how serious other people will too. So, this was a rough one for me to learn because I really was pretty like quiet about my business for a really long time, or if people were having excellent results, I was so grateful to them and I was appreciative, but I would kind of play down my side of things, or I would really kind of like bend the rules with a lot of clients, just kind of thinking like, oh, this is what healers do. Or, I didn't have enough confidence in my work. And I realized, and some people, I can't say they like took advantage because I just think it was kind of the nature of things. I think I was the one that set the stage for them to overstep, and then I made a decision. And the more I instated boundaries, the more my confidence grew. And your business will flourish when you have confidence in your work, in your brand. Sure, other people won't take it seriously. Who cares about them? We don't care about them. I'm just kidding. You know what I mean. But the people that want to engage with it are going to engage. So lead yourself. Lead yourself. Number 7, being uncomfortable in order to step into who you're becoming throughout your line of work is normal. And so is feeling thrilled and excited and sometimes even exonerated afterwards. As you share your work and as you share your gifts and your wisdom and your knowledge, one of the things that is hard for people to wrap their minds around, and we touched on this in Camille's episode that where I interviewed her too, being uncomfortable is normal. In order for us to achieve our dreams in life, I actually look for the discomfort now. If I'm getting too comfortable too long, I'm like, something's going on here. Also, I don't know if I told you guys this, but there was an individual, I think I might have already shared this. So if I did, I apologize. But there was an individual I met through mutual friends a long time ago. And they said that they only do things that give them dopamine. But before, and really lovely person, but before I had chatted with them about this, I remember being like, oof, gosh, I hope they're okay. Like they don't look well. They're my age and they just don't look well. And then they said they only do things that give themselves dopamine. Well, it's actually been proven that when we learn, when we stretch ourselves, and when we do things we don't want to do, that specifically is how your brain stays sharp. And it makes me think of Helga, my soon to be 100-year-old grandmother, German grandmother. She all the time does things she doesn't want to do. And she has a very healthy, fruitful life. And so being uncomfortable with your business and doing things outside of your comfort zone is normal. Then what you want to notice is how you feel afterwards. So you're going to do the uncomfortable things, you're going to stretch yourself, you're going to push yourself in a lot of ways, but remember why you're doing it. You're not doing it because you have a boss breathing down your neck or because someone's making you. You're doing it for the thrill of your experience and for a life well lived. There are times even after I post on social media, I like feel so exuberant. I'm like, that was amazing. Or I go to an in-person event. That was amazing. And so I always notice, wow, that felt really good. And if I do something for my business and I don't feel that way afterwards, we gotta tackle that. All right. Number 8. Oh, this one just tickles me in all the right places, I'm not gonna lie. Create your book of work, land your knowledge right now. We are in an astrological season of making our work practical. Create the thing for people, whatever it is. Is it a book? Is it a product? Is it a course? Is it a group session? Is it in person? Is it virtual? Is it one on one? Is it who cares? Create the thing and then take that and make it tangible. The guides were so funny. You know what they showed me when I was writing this out? You know, when you ever buy cassette tapes, I'm going to buy, I would buy like self-help stuff growing up. And I'd buy these, 6 to 8 cassette tapes for whatever program. But that's kind of what they were saying. It's like land this thing in the real world, whatever the thing is, ground it in the next couple of years, make it accessible for people. So many times you'd be shocked at how many people want to purchase your line of work or your knowledge or your wisdom. You just haven't made it easy for them to do. And this gets back to you're ready before you think you are. Even though I shared that it takes time and steps to build this work, and you've got to have the nuances of the human experience. Yes. And along the way, your knowledge is so, so important. It's so important. Oh, geez. I'm rooting you on. I'm cheering for you. All right. So we got our 6 in. And by the way, the 2 extras came at the very beginning. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? All right. No matter which phase you're at, you are more ready than you even think you are. And it's in the process that you learn. That's the thing. You'll never be prepared and feel fully prepared going into it. It's when you take action that the clarity comes. Yes. And then I wrote down readiness comes from a willingness to show up and take action, not from perfection. Ooh, this has been so wonderful to share. I would love to hear which of these resonated with you. If you are interested in doing intuitive work as part of your line of work or full time, the intuitive practitioner training teaches the your energy first method. It's the ecosystem of your business, of your business. It's not of your business too, your energy. So how you show up for this work, how you share and explore it with others, how you intuit messages. We also get into energetic mediumship, pet communication, house and space clearings again, because all of those things tend to show up in sessions. Oh, it is so wonderful to co-create with you. Thank you so much for bringing all of you into this world. It has been so great to connect here. If this episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who you want to have more of these chats with. As you move throughout your day, remember, your energy is your superpower. As you pay attention to it and trust it, you can watch your entire life begin to transform.